Cynthia Thomas, an insurance analyst with the risk management and insurance team here at BART. Insurance is one of the most important components of a contract, and oftentimes small businesses find it difficult to comply with the insurance requirements and to also provide the documentation within the 10-day time frame allowed by the district. When a contractor is awarded a contract and they fail to meet the compulsory requirements, this can result in two things: a delay in fully executing the contract, and worse, it could cause them to lose out on the contract altogether because the district is forced to move on to the next bidder. Determining insurance requirements. Potential bidders often wonder how we go about determining insurance requirements. We look at each and every contract as an individual. Although there are a number of factors involved, we tend to start with doing a full assessment of the scope as well as the specifications, and also, research whatever work is involved and look at similar contracts to kind of compare and contrast. So before we get into the actual sample insurance requirements, the contract we're going to review, I always like to start off with a really important recommendation that I state in every pre-bid I attend. If you take nothing else away from the presentation itself, take the SC2 insurance requirements directly to your agent or broker as soon as possible and have them do a full assessment of your current coverages. If there are certain coverages that you don't have in your current program, ask that they provide you with a quote. And that way you can build that pricing into your bid. Do not bind coverage unless you've been actually awarded the contract. And now I'd like to walk you through sample insurance requirements for a contract that's currently out to bid. Each policy must be issued by a California admitted company with an AM Best rating of no less than A8. Now on to the coverages and limits. General liability is required with a $5 million per occurrence and $5 million aggregate limit. Auto liability is also required with a combined single limit of $1 million for hired, non-owned, and owned coverage. Workers' comp and employer's liability is also required. Workers' comp must be statutory, and employer's liability, a $1 million limit is required. Railroad protective liability insurance is also required on a standalone basis with a $2 million per occurrence and a $6 million aggregate. Builder's risk course of construction is also required on an all-risk basis. Contractor's equipment is required, and that's to provide coverage for the laydown area. Professional liability is required on a claims-made basis with a limit of $2 million per claim and a $2 million aggregate. And lastly, property damage insurance is required on an all-risk basis to cover district furnished material. It's important to review the special provisions laid out in SC2 of the contract. And if you have any questions or concerns, you want to address those in writing to the contract administrator as soon as possible. We hope you found this information to be helpful, and we encourage small businesses like yourself to participate in future contracts with BART.